And for more on today's election in France, we now cross live to SABC News Correspondent in Paris, Cullen. Very good morning to you, Ross. Thank you so much for joining us. We've heard in the past few days President Emmanuel Macron saying that he will not step down until the end of his term in 2027. But how likely will his presidency shift, depending, of course, on the outcome of today's election?
Yeah, good morning. He is going to be in a tough position if he has to implement a cohabitation power sharing agreement. This happens rarely in France. The last time was in 1997 after Jacques Chirac called snap elections that he lost to the socialists, and he then, as a conservative president, worked with the socialist Prime Minister Lionel Jospin. Now, we are likely to see that situation occur if the far right win an absolute majority. Jordan Bardella would be installed as Prime Minister. President Macron would appoint him. He'd be the youngest Prime Minister in history at the age of 28. He would be younger than the current incumbent of that post, Gabriel Attal, who was appointed by President Macron in January. It looks set to be a very short term as Prime Minister for Mr. Attal, unless his centrists and Emmanuel Macron's party can pull off the most unlikely victory based on the polls going into today's vote.
And then in terms of the violent incidents, what have you heard or what have you seen on the streets?
Well, yes, there were some 50 incidents listed by the Interior Ministry in that interim week between the first round that took place on Sunday the 30th of June and today, Sunday the 7th of July. We have also seen a lot of division. It's been a polarising debate. There have been these incidences, and we have seen insults as well on both sides, criticisms of all candidates, different colours and different political parties across the political spectrum. But those incidents listed with Prisca Thévenot, the incident surrounding her that you mentioned in the introduction, that certainly was the one that caught the most attention in terms of what happened to her activists when they were putting up some election posters in the Upper Seine region, so just to the north of Paris.
All right, Ross Collins, great chatting to you. Thank you so much for your update. Ross Collins, there is our SABC News Correspondent in France, just giving us a preview ahead of voting which will take place today.